guys, welcome to Hungary and welcome to this week's edition of the Subaru Europe Paddock Chat with me, Michael Hill. It is Thursday. We are just 24 hours away from the fourth round of the Motul FIM Superbike World Championship. Just behind me here, you can see the work already going on. Some of the show bikes already down here. This is the bike. Let's have a quick look at this one, actually. This is the show bike of Alex Lowe's, the Bimotor that was introduced into the championship last year. It's been 25 years since Bimotor won a round of World Superbike. Is that going to happen this weekend? Well, we're about to find out. Also, over the weekend, we're going to have one of the Subaru Power On Ready Charge, the Uncharted vehicle. That's going to be down here, so come and have a look at that. Also going on down here, we're showing you now, they're just starting to build, actually, the Park Ferme. So when you see on television the riders coming through the victory lane, all of the TV interviews, that all happens just behind me here. And then, of course, you've seen it earlier in the season in Portimao. This is the garage powered by Brembo, and this is where you can come as a fan and get really right down into the heart of the action. Get a lot of work going on, all the various drinks being brought down here as well. So what we're going to do, if you've never seen this part of the Subaru Europe Paddock Chat, we're going to take a little bit of a wander. We're going to walk around the paddock and go behind the scenes like we've never done before. I want to spin around, actually. This is what the Subaru safety car actually looks like. This is the Subaru Solterra, and it's used at all of our rounds. It looks really cool. I've been lucky enough as well to drive this a couple of times around the circuit, and it is a very, very good car as well. I've never driven an electric car before. I've got to say, it is pretty impressive. This week, for the very first time, we welcome the riders from the Yamaha R3 World Cup. Here's a couple of well, I'm not really sure what you guys are doing lurking around here in the paddock. Alessandro Binder and Chris Clark, of course, who was the first American last year to win in the R3 Cup. Boys, we're just doing our Subaru Paddock Chat, having a little walk around, and you are our first guest, so good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good. Excited for this weekend.
And of course, for the people watching this, you've done a couple of races in the championship last year. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Alessandro Binder. I'm 17 years old, and this is the first year in the Yamaha R3 Blue Crew World Cup for me. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Excellent.
Obviously, I was going to say you're hanging around with all the best people, but then I realized you stood next to Chris. I'm joking, folks. Before we get loads of messages in, do actually like this guy. Good to see you, buddy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, very good. And that's a firm handshake, mate. Be careful. I'm not going to be able to work for the rest of the weekend. Chris, of course, last year finished 5th overall in the R3 Blue Crew World Cup. 3 podiums, a win, of course, in Portimao. How are you feeling? Don't want to put any pressure on you, but on paper, you're going to be one of the fancied runners.
Absolutely. That's how I want to feel. I feel really good. Long season with a lot of training, and after I want to take what I learned last season and hopefully win the championship this year.
Excellent stuff. And obviously you're riding again for the Panettone BGR team, the team that's run by Kuba Schmerz, of course, for our long-time fans. Jakub Schmerz, great rider in 250 Grand Prix and in Superbikes. You're still basing yourself over here this year?
Yeah, I'm trying to get over here as much as I can. So currently I'm still living in America, but in between the races, I'm trying to stay near Cuba and the Czech Republic. So, yeah.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. And of course, what you might not know, this is why I never really go out on a weekend, took a round of the Czech Championship, Brno, such an iconic track, and little birdie tells me that you got a victory there.
I did get a victory there. Yeah, it was really good training, got tons of laps in, so yeah, feeling really good for this weekend.
Excellent stuff. And what I can tell you as well is that Chris will be taking part in the 2026 World SBK's Got Talent charity concert auction, all that kind of stuff. Can't tell you what he's doing, but it is going to be pretty exciting. You didn't know you were doing that, did you? Oh, you do now. Right, come on, guys. Let's continue our little wander through the paddock. Now, this is the second time that we've been here at the Balaton Park circuit. It's a very compact paddock. If you were watching the show that we did, the pre-show on Thursday in Portimao and in Assen, to be fair, it's a very, very spread out paddock there. Here, it's very, very compact. It's kind of like 3 lanes, if you like. We've got the fan zone on the left-hand side where we've just been. We're about to cut through into where all the hospitalities are. We're going to show you behind the scenes in the hospitalities, and then we're going to move into the pit lane for the final 5 minutes or so. They're already setting up here for the victory lane, so as you can see, this is fully branded here in Hungary, which is pretty cool. The riders will ride through box 33 if they're in the top 3. And then, of course, they are going to come down through the victory lane just behind me here and then right down into the fan zone, which is where you want to be, of course, if you are on the top 3 in a World Championship. Mark VDS down here, of course, Sam Lowes, 3 fifth places a couple of rounds ago, 3 third places last time out. And, of course, let's have a little wonder. Which way shall we go, guys? Which way shall we go? Let's go this way. In fact, no, do you know what? I'm going to go a different. Let's go into box 33. This is where they're doing the filming for the yearbook. And each year within the yearbook, there's a chapter where all of the riders are getting dressed up and kind of showing a little bit of what life is like for them under the helmet. So I'm sure this is only photo shooting, so we should be okay. And again, you never normally get to see this kind of thing, but let's come inside and have a little look. Of course, with Subaru, it's a little bit noisy because some of the bikes are starting to work, and this is where all of the magic happens. So if you've been reading the yearbook, if you've seen the yearbook over the last few years, myself, Gordon Ritchie on the text, all of these amazing, talented people also doing the photographs. And I don't think we've got any riders here yet, but let me come and show you the set of where this is happening. Everything happens down here. And I can let you into a little bit of a secret. I was here about an hour and a half ago. Tommy Bridewell dressed up as a farmer. It was very, very funny. And then basically the riders come down here and they pose ready for the yearbook. So make sure you go to World SBK store and get the yearbook. Let me see if I can get a quick word with one of the brainchilds down here. Do we grab a word with Mirko maybe, or maybe with Luca? Luca, let me come round and grab a quick word with you. We're filming for our Subaru behind the scenes video. So it's a new feature, letting the fans see behind the scenes. Just explain to the fans exactly what it is that we're doing here today.
Allora, this year we asked to the rider which is their job if they wasn't a rider. Now for example, arrive Alvaro, and we ask directly to him what is his. Oh
wow! In fact, can we just turn the camera around here, because of course you will have seen Alvaro Bautista. I'm going to come in again. Last race, and now good to see you, mate. And of course, we're talking about the yearbook and things like that. If you were watching from Assen, it was in fact the yearbook that I stole from the media department and gave it. What did you think of it? It's a good book.
Yeah, good book. I saw in Assen, so interesting to see.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, we're not going to show on the camera what it is, but your life would have been, I'm guessing, something to do with cooking.
Yeah, I think if I cannot be right there, maybe I can be cooking.
The fastest chef on 2 wheels. There you go.
Yeah, could be.
Great. We'll let you get to the photo shooting. We'll see you on the paddock show. Right, guys, we're going to continue. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Ciao. Just introduce yourself. What are you doing here? Explain.
Oh, thank you for letting me introduce. I am Gilles from Profoto. Every year I make the light for the set. I'm just a technician of the light and as well. Every year we are here. Maybe this is the best set because we did it in a very short time with only 2 lights, but it's perfect for me.
No, absolutely. And again, look how busy it is down here. Remy Gardner, we spoke to him in Assen as well, is also down here. Now, obviously, let's see what he's going to do. Maybe he would have been a guitarist. I'm not sure. He's pretty good on the old instruments. He's just talking to Berta down here. I think this is so cool. Again, get the yearbook. It is going to be really, really great. Right, come on, let's continue our little Subaru paddock chat around here. Just be careful as we see, in fact, just be careful coming past here. This is Alvaro's paddock vehicle, which he uses to get around the paddock. So if you're coming to the paddock show at any point, you will possibly see him on that. Right, let's have a little wander into the pit lane and maybe grab a word with a couple of the stars of World Superbike. As I said, if you are new to the championship, every single Thursday, thanks to Subaru, we go behind the scenes like never before. I was going to go through here, but they've got the gate locked at the moment. Also, if you are in the paddock, of course, it's the good morning, good afternoon. Sorry, that was Tommy Bridewell's dad there, actually. Just have a look down there. Tommy, of course, riding for the Advocates team. One of the cool things that you can see when you do come into the paddock, it is one of the most inclusive paddocks in the championship. All of the Superbike and Supersport teams have these little pit boards, and it's got the picture of the rider, the team name, all the social medias as well, and a little bit of information about the bikes down here as well. So you can actually interact with the stars of World Superbike like never before, which is pretty cool. What can we do? Do you know what? I don't know how do we get into the Go 11 hospitality? Let's see if we can get. Let's see if last week I was taking a book and gave that to Albert. Let's see if we can get. Oh, and as if by magic, the door opens. There we go. Let's see if we can come inside here. We'll give you a little look inside. So. This is what it looks like inside one of the hospitality units. This is Team Go 11, of course. Lorenzo Baldassari is the rider. Let's go and see what they've got for food in here if we can. A lot of the other riders and other teams use this hospitality as well. There is Matteo Ferrari just down here. Matteo Ferrari was on the podium at the beginning of the season in Australia. Just talking to Dennis. Do you know what? Stay there. Let me go and grab a quick word. Sorry, we're recording live for Subaru. I'm going to squeeze through. We were a little bit too late to grab dinner. I was too late, mate.
Lunch. No, dinner. We have.
Of course, I'm British, so dinner for me is like lunch. We're doing a whole language explanation here on the Subaru behind the scenes. But what did you have? What were you eating there?
Some pasta, some tuna, just nothing like every day with for the riders. We can eat anything at the end.
He must have enjoyed it. There's nothing left. Not even a tiny little sniffle of anything that I could get on here. How are you feeling going into the weekend?
Super focused, super happy because I'm feeling super good with my bike. At the end in Assen, we didn't achieve the result, but the pace was super nice in both races. So I know that we can do a good race. Last year in Moto E, I did a podium here, so I want to stay in the front and try to fight for the victory. Yeah.
Excellent. We'll let you get back down to your well, whatever else you can eat. I mean, I've got no idea what else he's going to eat, but yeah. Dinner, lunch, snacks. I don't know. That's a whole new show. Language explanations. Right now, I do feel because we are down here, it would be very rude of me not to try and take something from the hospitality down here. What have we got? Oh wow, look at this. They got some leftover croissants from breakfast. Let's give them a little taste, see how they are. They are really, really, really good. But I've just realized that we have to continue with the show. So let's go on back outside. And now I've got... Stop laughing at me. I'm trying to be serious broadcaster here. Right, come on, let's continue. Right, how do we get out? Magic. Come on. Okay. So let's just continue our little wander. Let me give this to our guy just back here as well, because I can't eat that. That is so nice, though. If anybody really wants to get breakfast, come into the track early, go along to Go 11, and just say that Matteo Ferrari from WRP sent you, and help yourself to some free breakfast. Right. There's the truck, actually, from Go 11. Laurent from Flembo. Laurent, let's talk to you, the team manager, team principal from Flembo, MV Augusta. Yeah. How are you? How are you feeling? How's the team?
It's difficult for me. Big crash for the test for Portimao for my rider, but it's okay for Balaton.
Excellent.
Yep.
And obviously we're on a little paddock tour here. What have we got in the box? Oh my goodness me! Look at what he's bought. This is incredible. What have we got in here? Man, I love tomatoes. I speak a little bit of French. Merci pour le tomate. Merci. Right, go. Let's go. Thank you very much. Oh, dear me. All right, let's continue our little wander. Oh, we have to have a quick word with this guy. For those viewers that are sometimes listening in the UK, Greg Haynes, former...
I'm worried.
You should be very worried. Very, very worried indeed. We're doing our little Subaru behind the scenes. We've been into hospitality. I've stolen a couple of croissants. I've gate crashed the photo shooting.
Nice jacket, Mike.
Yeah, very nice. Joking aside, I want to ask you about this. Subaru, the official safety car partner. Have you ever driven an electric vehicle?
I have a couple of times. There's a rental car, I think. Yeah.
They're pretty good, aren't they? Yeah, I said the same.
I remember following one on the motorway in the UK a couple of years ago, and I could not believe the torque. It just disappeared off at the road.
100%. I said that when I did a lap around the track. But joking aside, before we continue, fourth round of the championship, Bulaga possibly about to make a bit of history. What do you make of the championship this year, Greg?
Well, I'm just about to interview Bulaga, actually, Michael, and I'm wondering, is he going to be beaten for the first time this year? But he's the favourite, of course he is. Yeah. But I don't think he's a big fan of this track, is he? Compared, they made a bit of a mistake last year with the tyre, didn't they?
Yep.
In the Super Pole race in mixed condition. I'd be surprised if he is beaten, but watch out for Iker Lekkinen because he's coming. And remember, we didn't get much dry testing this season, did we?
Very true.
So if you consider how close Iker Lekkinen already is, I don't think he's doing a bad job at all.
Yeah, no, fully agree. Fully agree. Well, we'll let you continue. We're going to continue our little wander. Just stay where you are as Sam Lowes is about to go whizzing by us. There he is. Sam had a great result here last year. There is Ollie Bayliss just in front of us as well. I want to try and just get one more interview with a rider if we can. Where are we going to go? Restaurant here as well. There's some really, really good food up here as well. And let us just very quickly see if we can cut through here for our very, very final interview with Ollie Bayliss, if he's going to talk to us. Ollie, can I grab you very quickly for 30 seconds? You think he's on the phone? Sorry, who are you on the phone to? We want the gossip. Who are you talking to?
Wait, can I bring the phone back?
Oh,
we'll get him on.
Who are you? Oh, well, this is a scoop. I've got no idea who he's talking to.
He's gone.
Oh, who was it?
It was my best mate from Oz. Big Byron.
You've got friends?
Yeah, one.
Wow, mate.
Oh, no, maybe 4 of them.
Awesome, mate. Awesome.
Yeah.
Joking aside, our final interview on the Subaru behind the scenes. Obviously, coming into the 4th round of the championship. How are you feeling?
Good. I mean, it's been the last 2 rounds have been pretty tough. We had a good start to the season, but yeah, back in Balaton, we had a good round here last year. So it would be nice to have a good turnaround, and then we can almost restart.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, just very quickly, final question to you before we end the broadcast. Saw that you're going to be double duty. You're going to do some racing in the UK as well.
Yeah, so we're filling in for Brad Perry at a crash in one of the first tests of the year. So we'll miss the first 2 rounds at Alton Park and Donington, but then we'll be there for the rest of them. So yeah, it should be good.
Excellent. Well, it looks like you were on your way to do some technical checks, so I don't want to get you delayed, but always good talking to you. And I'm sorry that I gate crashed your telephone call. Have a good one, and fingers crossed we'll see you at the sharp end this weekend.
Perfect.
Good job. See you later, mate. Ollie Bayliss, of course, riding for the PTR team. From me, Michael Hill, we don't have any more time. I'm going to go back and get ready to start preparing for tomorrow. It's the 4th round of the championship. I'm Michael Hill, and that was the Subaru Europe Power on Paddock Chat.